ePiloting.
Cold Weather Operation Question Exercise. This exercise aims to refresh your knowledge and improves response speed by spotting the correct answer in good time. It is friendly and straightforward practice that may help to raise your piloting skills and prepare you for the test. You will be presented with 10 multiple-choice questions, and I will follow up with you to pick up the correct answers. You will have about 10 seconds of silence before I give you my correct answer, and if you are able to answer correctly before the 10 seconds are up, you are well on your way to a pleasurable takeoff. Here we go. Question 1. Who has the authority to decide whether de-icing, anti-icing of the aircraft is necessary and which procedure to be followed? A. The handling agent. B. The commander, the flight crew. C. The airport authority. The correct answer is B. It is the commander's decision to have the aircraft de-iced or anti-iced. Question 2. A runway is considered contaminated whenever standing water, ice, snow, slush, frost in any form, heavy rubber, or other substances cover more than A. 20% of the runway length and width intended for use. B. 25% of the runway length and width intended for use. C. 30% of the runway length and width intended for use. D. 27% of the runway length and width intended for use. The correct answer is B. The acceptable ratio is 25% of the runway length and width intended for use. Question 3. Anti-icing code Type 2/75% 1335 transmitted by the ground crew means A. Type 2 fluid, 25% water, commencing at 1335. B. Type 2 fluid, 75% water, commencing at 1335. C. Type 2 fluid, 25% water, ending at 1335. The correct answer is A. Start with the fluid type, followed by the percentage of water mix, followed by the commencement time. Question 4. Flying through cumulus clouds, and ice is forming on the aircraft, the OAT is -8 degrees Celsius. What type of ice is likely to form on the aircraft? A. Rime ice. B. Clear ice. C. Ice accretion are blown away. D. Mix of rime and clear ice. The correct answer is B. Clear ice can form on aircraft surfaces, particularly the wings, when flying through cumulus clouds at low temperatures. Question 5. The anti-icing code must be logged A. In the journey log. B. In the load sheet. C. In the technical logbook. The correct answer is C. Indeed, you have to log the code in the technical logbook. Question 6. What is the correct description of a cold-soaked? A. The fuselage of the aircraft are said to be cold-soaked as a result of having just landed after a flight at high altitude for a long time. B. The wings of the aircraft are said to be cold-soaked when they contain very cold fuel as a result of having just landed after a flight at high altitude or from having been refueled with very cold fuel. C. The wings of aircraft are said to be cold-soaked as a result of having just landed after a flight at low altitude for a long time. The correct answer is B. Cold-soaked term applies to cold wings. Question 7. In the event of a suspected tailplane stall, which of the following should be considered? A. Use minimum flap setting for approaches in icing conditions. B. If indications of tailplane stall occur after flap extension, retract the flaps to the previous setting. C. Set thrust and airspeed appropriate for configuration. D. Make nose-down pitch changes slowly. E. All above should be considered. The correct answer is E. All mentioned points should be considered in the event of a suspected tailplane stall. Question 8. Most manufacturers recommend that a takeoff not be attempted when slush, wet snow, or standing water depth on the runway is A. More than half an inch, 13 millimeters. B. More than 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters. C. More than 2 inches, 50 millimeters. The correct answer is A. Takeoff should not be attempted when runway contamination is more than half of an inch. Question 9. Rime ice is typically found in stratiform clouds and can adhere to the surface leading edges, but it can easily be removed by the aircraft de-icing systems. A. True. B. False. The correct answer is A. Rime ice can be removed by the aircraft de-icing systems. Question 10. How many types of de-icing, anti-icing fluids are available? A. 3 fluid types, Type 1, Type 2, Type 3. B. 2 fluid types, Type 1, Type 2. C. 4 fluid types, Type 1, Type 2, Type 3, and Type 4. The correct answer is C. 4 fluid types are available. Thank you for completing ePiloting training exercise. We hope that it was useful and productive and that you had some fun along the way. Fly safe.